TNT.
Films! Summertime. Time when summer happens. A great time to just kick back and watch the outside and go to the beach, swim in the ocean, or just in your pool. Or get really bad allergies. You know, this kind of takes me back to when I first started my channel. The summer when I first started my channel. I think you might get that. The summer I started the Untitled Team. Boy, was that a time. A time when I thought I was gonna die from a disease I ended up not having. Memories. So to celebrate 5 years of the Untitled Team, I decided to talk a little bit about myself, people who were in some of the videos, and just the channel and videos themselves. So, let's get started. And by the way, it hasn't been exactly 5 years. I mean, at the time of filming this stuff, you know. A lot of you might be wondering where the name The Untitled Team comes from. Well, the Untitled part actually comes from a character I made named Untitled. I've actually got a couple of videos about him. Untitled's a character I created back in 2007, and when I made this channel, I was originally going to have more videos about him and, well, things that I already have on here, but mostly about him. And the team part, well, I was originally going to have a bunch of people work with me, but there's not much of a team with me. I mean, there's more than one person, obviously, but not all the time. If you've happened to have an account since 2008, at least, and you might have come across something called Untitled Random Crap Films, but before 2010, well, there's a reason for that. I originally started a channel back in 2008 called Dang It Slim 1994. On that channel I made things like Untitled Random Crap Films and Sonic Tales and Shadows Day Off and etc. Eventually I started putting videos on there that I had some copyright issues with. So they started taking those off, and I took a break from YouTube for a little while, and a few weeks later I got on there and realized, oh, my channel's not here. So yeah, so they eventually took that off, and about 1 or 2 days later I made this channel. Of course, those weren't the only channels I made. I made a few others, and I've also appeared in a few others. But that doesn't make me ultra famous or anything, because most of those channels get less than 100 subscribers. Without going into too much detail, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about myself. My name is Daniel Smith, as you've probably already seen in like the credits of other videos and stuff. I was born on February 23rd, 1994 in Kentucky. I have a dad, a mom, and a sister. There is Donnie. Oh shoot, wrong script, hold on. I do have a brother and sister and mom and dad, and, you know. I'm the youngest in my family, and I've never had to take care of anyone who was more than maybe 4 years younger than me or so. So I can't really say I know what it's like to have to deal with someone who is much younger than me. I didn't start playing video games until I was about 4 or 5 years old, and the very first game I ever played was Crash Bandicoot Warped. The first time I ever started filming something, as far back as I can remember, was sometime between 3rd and 5th grade. Obviously I just had a camera and I was recording stuff. I didn't actually start editing videos until 2008, where, you know, I made my original YouTube channel. The first couple of videos I ever made were of me filming the Great Mighty Pooh on Conker's Bad Fur Day and on Conker Live Reloaded, and just transitioning or whatever. Basically, I was just testing what was on what I was using at the time. And the other one was, well, basically, it looked like Snake was humping Zelda, and I called it Snake Does Something to Zelda, as in Snake from Metal Gear Solid. I was playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and, you know, I mean, I was a freshman in high school at the time, so, yeah. Here's a list of everyone who has ever been in my videos on this channel. I'm going to be going in alphabetical order. Andrew Smith, who is actually my brother, I mean, I'm sure you couldn't tell. He's been in a few of my videos. He's helped me out, and, well, he actually has his own channel. Bradley Coward, a friend of mine I met in middle school. He's been in a few of my videos. He was the guy who holds up the lightsaber in Barrelnator and hold up the Keyblade in Long Neck Grim. Corey Medley, a friend of mine I met in high school. We met partially because we both have autism. Not severely, but more on that for another video. He's been in most of the videos where it's more than just me, and, you know, we're still working on that, so, you know. Kaylee Beck, another friend I met in high school. She was the one who held the camera in the Little Blue Monster videos. Nathan Webster, someone who I've been friends with since elementary school. He's been in most of the videos he's in is just of him skating, but he's been in a few edited videos, I guess you could say. Robert Huckabee, a friend of my brother's. He's technically been in 2 videos, but it was from the same clip from one video. I used to have one on my other channel, had something to do with bottle rockets. So, well, now the only way to see it is on Untitled Random Crap Films 3, or UNT's, random whatever. And then finally, Stephanie Vandergriff, a friend of mine from middle school. She was Little Blue Monster in, well, Little Blue Monster. Oh, and someone I forgot to mention, Ernest Moore, another friend I met in high school. I forgot to mention him because he's only been in one video, and it was a very short video. For a long time, most of my videos were made with Windows Movie Maker. I can't remember exactly which version, there may have been different versions, but it wasn't until a few years later when I switched to Power Director 8, version 8 or something like that, which is actually what I used to make this video. I will, however, switch to a more modern, advanced one sometime. You know, something that won't keep crashing on me. So that's what Power Director version 8 did to me. That's why I like to save it after, like, almost anything I do on there, because if I do more than like 2 or 3 things at a time, it may crash or just go really slow. So yeah, I may do that sometime. But I mean, it was a little better than Windows Movie Maker, but still. Most of the videos have been filmed with just various cameras and various smartphones, and mostly Android. And in the case of That One Show News, that was filmed with my original PlayStation Vita. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. A majority of these videos were made because I was bored. I mean, most of these is just out of boredom, and if I'm in the mood to make a video, obviously, because I can do other things when I'm bored, but, you know, I still try to make them entertaining as much as I can. But honestly, a lot of these are made because I'm bored. And most of them were filmed the same day that they were made. Well, most of them are filmed in a day and then edited maybe a little later on when I feel like editing them. That said, there are quite a few videos that I regret making, and most of them I've deleted already. I kinda regret making the Sonic Tales of Shadow's Day Off videos, cause, well, I mean, the first one was made because I was bored, and, you know, it probably should have just stayed as one, you know, because looking at a teenager use dolls basically to, or plushes, whatever you want to call them, to make videos, you have to do a good job at it, or otherwise it can come off as creepy or whatever. And one that I kind of regret, but I'm still gonna keep on here on this channel, is the April Fool's one. Important message from Daniel Smith, April Fool's, whatever I call it. It's meant to be a dark joke, and I sort of regret it because maybe it's a little too dark and it could possibly be offensive to some people. But then I have a message at the end of it saying that, you know, I don't encourage suicide, because, you know what, no, don't do that. But, you know, I don't think everyone really watched it to the end of that, so they probably took it as, it can be taken as offensive. I don't know. I sort of regret it, but at the same time I don't. And if you've seen Untitled Random Crap Films 2 and the Sonic one, the one that's Sonic themed, well, I have a clip where Shadow basically kills Obama and a gay guy, is what it is. I regret that. I mean, at the time I was a teenager, so it was just a dark political joke. But, let me go ahead and tell you, I'm not racist, and I don't hate gay people. That was just teenage me doing whatever. I'm pretty sure that I was trying to get that point across, but I did it the wrong way. I probably made it look like I was racist and hated gay people. Just letting you know, I don't. Good lord, I have a dark, twisted mind. You might be able to tell this, but a majority of my videos are very unscripted, just like this one. Now, I do think of things before I say or do something, and if I feel like it wasn't right or I should do it again, then I'll do it again. But a majority of these are very unscripted. Of course, you might be able to tell that already. Going back to me having a bunch of channels, the reason I made a bunch of channels because each of them I had a different thing in my head about like what I would do with them. I made an original That One Show channel because well, I was just wanting to have that as a separate thing just for That One Show. And of course that one got deleted along with Dang It Slim 1994. I made another That One Show channel for the same reasons, and I figured we were going to do more of those. We ended up not doing those, so I just decided to move it here so that we could just make them at our own pace, I guess. I don't know. And I made the Dan Get Show channel because I wanted to have a separate thing just for video games, and I was afraid that people would look at this channel and say, oh, this guy only has that many subscribers. I don't really want to look at those videos if they're not very good. And I kind of had in mind that I would be able to make something out of that, but given that it stayed on there for over a year and only has 4 subscribers at this point in time, I decided to move those over to this channel. And I also realized that managing more than one channel by yourself can be complicated. So just to make things easier on myself and stuff, I decided to move all the videos here. Well, it's been over 5 years since I made this channel, and well, over 7 years, just about 7 years since I've made YouTube videos in general. And I have had very, very little subscribers. And as of this moment in time, I only have 20. Technically less than that because some of my other old channels are subscribed to this channel. So technically that would be like maybe 16 or 17 subscribers. And it sounds pretty pathetic because, well, I know a majority of people, even some of the lowest of the low, have like over 100 or at least 100 subscribers on YouTube today. So what's the reason I'm not freaking out about that for? Well, this was just for fun. I mean, that's simple as that. It's just for fun. Now I realize that's how it started with a lot of other people that who make channels on here, and they end up with a lot of subscribers to, well, maybe almost be in the same boat as me. But that's just it. It's just for fun. I didn't really plan on having it being too serious. If it did become serious, I would be more serious with my work. But I mean, I still try to entertain people. Like I said when I was talking about making videos because I'm bored, this is all just a side thing, you know. It's fun to make these videos sometimes. Most of the time, it's, you know. And one way I look at this is, well, I do appreciate whoever subscribes, by the way. But one way I look at it is, there's not as much pressure when there's very little subscribers. Because I hear it can hurt if you have, well, that's mostly if you become a partner with YouTube or whatever that is. But if you don't stick to your regular schedule and you have tons of subscribers, it can possibly hurt. But, you know, it'd still be pretty cool to have a lot of subscribers, don't get me wrong. But I'm not feeling, you know, bad about it since this is all just for fun. My family got Spartacus around a little over 5 years ago, and we got him in July of 2010. He's real good, he's real special, and he's just a lovable dog. He's not as active as he used to be, but he still is pretty active. You know, some older videos showed how crazy he could get sometimes. Now Sylvester, we kind of found him on our porch. He would stay around, like most cats. Well, most cats will stay around for about a day and then leave and never come back. He decided to keep coming back. And obviously we felt like we needed to feed him because he's getting too skinny, and we knew he would stay around if we fed him. But, so we decided, you know, to keep him. We didn't find an owner, so now we're the owners. Even though I don't have that many subscribers, I'd like to thank you all for subscribing anyway, and for those of you who watch and like some of my videos. It's not very much, but I still appreciate it. Whoever does, whether I end up having a big number or stay a really small number, that's still pretty cool. I will be making more videos in the future, so, you know, just be expecting the videos in the future. That's pretty much just the end of it, so for those of you who are watching, thank you. And thanks for subscribing if you do, and liking the video if you do, or letting me know things and comments and stuff in the video, and, you know, thing. Thanks for watching, everyone.